Okay, so this is our fifth meet of Statistical Saturday Club, and I welcome all of you, those who have joined in the Google Meet and those who are watching on. So we will start with recap our fourth session. Actually, we have completed our four sessions, and we have studied from the basics of the Excel up to the some of the advanced topics like data modeling and the lookup functions. So last week we have taken the recaps of last 3 weeks, and then we moved into the error handling there, where we have left it in the third session, the if conditioning uh, functions. So there we have continued with error handling, and we have seen the functions like if error and if na, where we can handle the known errors. We have seen dividing by zero, where we have created the calculator. Many a times dividing by zero error might come. So that errors which are known to us can be seen very properly, and we can uh, dealt with that in that session. Then we have seen about the data modeling, that how we can model our data, and how we need to restructure the data to get most out of it. So because if we structurized our data very well, then we can see very advanced level of analysis can be done very easily. Also we can save our space and the complexity of the data, so we will get the modularize the data, so that unless and having all columns in one sheet, if we modularize it, like while saving the data of students, if we save the mobile number in separate sheets, so that will be more easy and convenient way for us. And we have seen very simple and elegant way to remember this rule, that every row must be the object and the single object, and the the columns must be the attributes of that object. So we have taken the row as a car, then our columns can be the car color, car size, what is their seating capacity, the number of that car. This all can be the attributes, but when and there is a repetitive they are going to come. Like if we are having only 3 to 4 choices, like it is SUV or normal car or sports car, in that case we can save that in another sheet and just give the reference in that number. It's called coding, that we will also see. Then we moved into the lookup function. So actually the need of the lookup function was because of data modeling, because many a times people will fetch the data from the database like MySQL or SQLite, etc., and they will use the lookup functions to analyze that data. And many a times that data is modularized in fashion of databases, where there is primary key and foreign key is there. So there is very basic need of lookup functions, and we have seen the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Also we have seen some of the function match function, but that actually I introduced to show how to handle the errors. So now in this week we will start with continue that lookups with the indexed and match function. So these are also used to look up the values. These are very basic functions. Then what is cross sheet reference? Actually, I have missed it that part. We have used this part, that how we can reference the other sheet in our. Suppose we are working in sheet one, then how we can refer it into the sheet number two, how we can connect those sheet, that actually we are using. But to know it very properly, we will just have a look at that. Then we will see the named ranges and the table function. So that is actually something which comes very handy when you are going to write a number of very big formulas or many formulas you want to write, like budget sheet of an organization which have some 17 departments, and each department has connection with others, and that is very complex data set. You are having some 20 data sheets. At that time your named ranges and functions will come very handy to handle these all complexities. So that we will look at. Also we will look at the tables. Then we will come to the very basic features. Now if you see, these are the features of the Excel and not really about the data and data storage. We have completed almost many functions there. Now here we are going to look at the how while entering the data into the Excel provides a function called a data validation, which ensures that while entry itself you will not have any mistakes. So that is called as data validation. We will look into that and how we can make use of it while our data entry work. Then we have conditional formatting that is required sometime to attract the user to the whatever the wherever the problem is there. If you see any cell which has been background color has made red, we suddenly in this whole sheet we will get attracted to that cell only. So how to make such a conditional formatting, which if value changes or formatting would change, that we will see in conditional formatting. And last we will look at the pivot tables, because many of us know the pivot table, so we will not take very time on how we can create it, but we will look some extra 2 3 features which I think you need to know and which will come very handy for you. Okay, so just one instruction that many of these features are not available in Google Sheet. Like named ranges are available, but tables are not available. In pivot tables, grouping function is not available. So Excel is has very long history, and it has been made very come very closely with operating system, because Microsoft has made Windows operating system and they themselves has created the Microsoft Office version. So it has very good combination with OS and has very good long history. That's why it has also evolved many more features which so far not available in Google Sheets. But if you want to use in online format, then you can make use of Microsoft 365. Now it is online available, but purposefully I am going to use the Microsoft 2007, and that is because many a times I already also shared that we are going to use that function in development sector, that release. So without wasting our time, I will just simply go to the my Microsoft Excel sheet, and I hope that it is visible to all of you. Am I visible?
Yes.
Yes. So here we have our data. So that is some random data I have taken from internet, and it has some odd figure of 12 rows. Welcome, and we are having some 7 columns. It is simple data about the orders, that there is one shop and there are some orders are coming, and mainly they are selling, it seems like, pencil and binders. And this is the data. We have order date, region, whoever the recipients of that item, units, unit cost, and total value, that at what price it has been said. And now based on this data, I am having some questions. The question is like this, but I have not uh, put in words all questions. Like similar questions are there, that how many units are sold on 4th January 2020, and how many units are sold on 6th of August 2021. Same on 4th January, how much is total sale, and on the 6th of August, what is the total sale. So the data is here. So finally we want to search this sale here. I hope that it is visible. And we want to extract the units and total sales. If you have attended the last session, you might remember how we can do it. Can anyone share that how we can do it? Last session we have seen the lookup functions. So how can we do it? Okay, so last time we have seen the VLOOKUP function, which is just vertically lookup. So we can see we can get this number or the value we want to search, and we want to search this value in here. It comes very intricate part. We are changing the sheet. Now you please look carefully. I'm clicking here on the data sheet, then I'm selecting the whole data, and I'm giving comma, so that this is my sheet where I want to look everything. And in this column the Excel will search for the value, and it will return. I want the units first, so it is first, second, third, fourth and fifth column. So I'll just write here the 5. If you can able to see this part, I'm writing over here, and I want to match exactly, so that I will give the false. Now you see that it has correctly calculated. If you go here, for total 60 units have been sold. Now I want to, for all of you, look at this formula very carefully. Now you see here something has been came, and that is called cross sheet reference, because I am referring to the A3 team, but not in this sheet, because A3 to G14 is in this sheet, but we are not referring to that. Actually, we are referring to the A3 to G14 in data sheet. So the syntax is, first you need to mention the name of your sheet, which sheet you are going to look. In this case, it is data. Here we have, can see, and then you can give the exclamation mark, that it shows that it separates your sheet name has finished, and now you are talking about the range which you want to specify. So it is called as cross sheet reference. And I will again type here for you. I want to extract the A1 data from the data sheet. So first I will go in data sheet and I will write A1. I will write some random name like Excel. I want this data to be extracted in my this cell. I need to write is equal to data. That is my sheet name. Then I need to give the exclamation mark. So now it is saying that it will search for data and A1. So now it will go and search in data sheet and will return the A1 file. Now you see it has returned me correctly the Excel. If you see A2, it is order date. So if I go here and change A1 to A2, it is returning A. So the syntax here or the format here is name of the sheet which you want to extract the data, then exclamation mark, and then the range. Here I can extract from A2 to A4 also. Sorry, we can refer it like if I go here and I want to sum from G3 to G14, the sum is 4038. If I come here and I write the formula sum from data sheet, I want to refer G3 to G14. If I close now, now you see it has correctly calculated me 4083. We have used in last time many times. We are going here and selecting the range and again coming back to our data like this. I can just write the sum function, and then I can go to the data sheet and select it. Again I can close that and enter. The same answer is going to come here. I did not to write that whole syntax, but that is returning or internally doing the same thing. And why I am spending such much time on it, you will understand in our upcoming named range function. Okay, so here now I want to introduce you. Now if I want to calculate this whole things again, uh, using the VLOOKUP alone, I cannot simply drag and drop. There is some error is coming, and because the range is getting changed, and all these problems are there. So now here instead of doing VLOOKUP, we can use another function called index and match. So first I will introduce you match, which we have already seen. Match is very simple function. Match is lookups for the value. Suppose I want to look up for unit, and I want to look that in these two cells, that is my range C5 to D5, and I'm going to give it a 0 as an exact match. If I hit enter, you see that it is coming as a 1, because in this row or in this two cells, first unit is coming, second is total. So if I go here, instead of C5, I write TOTAL, I close. Now you see it is coming 2 because this is the second one. Same thing, I can use the match function again. I will just type again match. I want to look up the 6th August, where I want to look up in this whole row. I want to exact match it, and I enter. It is coming second because this is the first value, this is second value. Okay, so I hope you got the idea about the match function. Now I will give you one another function called index. Index is very interesting function. See, many times we are selecting a range. Suppose we have selected this range. Okay, so this is the table. We don't want to work with whole sheet that is starting from A1 to some I or J. I don't want to care. I just want to work with this selection of 2 rows and 3 columns which I have selected. So B6 to D7 is my range of interest. Now from here only I want to extract the first column and the second row. So here row comes first. So row number is second. I want to extract 1. Can you guess what will be the output of this formula? I have selected the range from B6 to D7. These are 3 columns and 2 rows. 3 columns and 2 rows. Then I have written the formula index. I have selected this cell, this range, and I am fetching the second row and the first column. What will be the my output? So without wasting time, we can say that the output will be 6th of the August, and here the format which we have learned is a number. That's why we'll change it to the short date. And the same format is coming here. It is changing the month because of that is American format. It is there. It is coming in Indian format. Okay, so now we can match. We can use the index and match formula to search this data, and you can use as a VLOOKUP. So that is equal to, I want to search, so I will use first index. Where I want to search, I want to search in this whole my data. Okay, then I want to match. For I'm selecting the row. Which row I want? I want the, if I select my date, I will just write the formula, then you can get. I want to look up in here this whole value. I want to look up exactly. Hmm? Now I will just format it again. Okay, so what is happening here? We'll check the formula. Here we are looking at the table data A3 to G14. So I come here, this whole table I'm looking. Then I want the row, this first row column. So I have selected 1 here, if you are able to see above. So first column I have selected, but I have not given which row to be selected, and which row I want to select. I have written another formula for that, which is saying that match whatever there in the this cell B6, that you can match over here. So that B6 is going to be searched in this cell. So it will return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 exact has been got. Then this 6 has been used for our row number. So that in first column, 6th row is going to be returned here. So that if you see, I will just simplify for you. First, we will search for match. I want to search this value for January in this range, which is in data sheet from A3 to A14. I want to have exact match, so I am putting 0 and I close it, I plus enter. So this is sixth row. I got it. This date is in sixth row. So what can I do now? I will write here the index formula. Index. Now I am going to write, because to save time, A3 to G14. That's what we want to search in. What is the row number we want to search? We want to know sixth row. This I have calculated using the formula. And I want to check first row column, which is the date. So it will return the same value, this date here. I will close it. Now you see it is returning the same date. But I'm not interested in same date. I'm interested in the units. So I can calculate the number of columns. This is first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So fifth column I want to extract. So again I will go back here. I will change my formula. Instead of writing here first column, I will write the fifth column. Okay. Now here I have formatted date. So I will again change to the number. Now you can see that it has correctly calculated me 60. That many units have been sold. Okay. I will just take here 10 seconds gap. Please everybody tell me, are you clear about it or shall I explain it again? Yes. Okay, Akshay. So I hope that you are clear with this index and match. Now what is the advantage? I will just very rapidly show you. You can practice at your own. I'm just going to search for index in data sheet A3 to D14. That is my whole data. And now you can see me. I'm again and again typing that sheet. So that is very irritating for me. But that I will tell you how to do that. And in row number, I want to search this date. So I will say the match this date, where I want to search in data A3 to A15. How I want to search? I want to give the exact match. So this will return me the row number. And now I want the column, but which column I want? So again here I'm going to use the match function. What I want this units. So I will select units. I'll give comma. What is my lookup array? My lookup array is, again I will go in data sheet, A2 to G2. A2 to G2, this whole row I'm going to search. How I'm going to search? I'm going to search exact, and I will again close my index column. Excuse me. It in my formula.
G14.
Huh? What is the error?
E3 to G14. First range.
I'm not getting you.
No, D14 something you did.
Okay, so what we can do, just how in this case how to debug. So we can do that. We can separate these two formulas. So I just pull out this formula in this place. So C10, I'm going to put that formula. My formula is equal to that formula, and here I'm going to put my another formula, which is for the columns. Now I will write my index formula for C10 and F8. again it is coming error. So my sixth row and column is 5 in my data sheet. So what is the error? Data A3 to D14. Okay, sorry. I'm written this is D14, but that is actually it is G14. Okay. So that is because of my typing mistakes. Okay. You got the error? I hope that you got the error. Huh? This is because I had selected A3 to D4 this much. Here are only four columns are there and I was selecting the fifth column and that was not available in that whole range. Instead of I need to select A3 to G14, that was the error I was doing. So here now we will put back our formula because now it is working. So we will get this for the row, searching the row. So how we will get row? First row we will put here. So this will return me the fifth function. I will again do enter. I will come here. I will take this formula. This is how we used to build in formula. Now it is correcting correctly because what is happening? It is searching for the date and it is counting its row number. Its row number is 6 in our data. So it is returning 6. Again it is coming to the units and now it is searching for the units which is at the 1 2 3 4 5 fifth column and it is returning me the sixth row 1 2 3 4 5 6 and fifth column which is 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 60 it is returning correctly. So now what is the advantage of this formula? Just we know we want to drag below. In that time, the units must not be changed, only the date should change. What is the date? B6. In B6, B should not be changed. I want to fix it. It should not change. It should come down. And in C5, the C can be changed. 5 cannot change. Like if I am dragging down, 5 should not change. But if I am dragging right or left, column can change. Are you getting my logic? Why I'm putting the dollar in front of B and dollar in front of 5? I hope my formula is properly visible. I will just zoom again. Got my logic? Why I'm putting this dollar in front of B and here in front of 5? Because I want to drag below at that time B6. I want to change B6 to B7, but not B6 to C6. I always want to search vertically. Whether I drag right or left side, it will not change. In case of my headings or columns, if I drag down, I don't want to change that row because that row should be static. But inside the row, I want to change the column. So C can change to the D because I want to get D5 some sheet. Here I want to get B7. So I hope that it is clear for you. Now I am just simply dragging it below. Oh, okay. I'm first dragging it right side. Okay, sorry. Again, one thing we have missed, which is our first lesson. That is, we need to fix this range where we are going to search in the whole data. Okay. So now the searching part we are doing correctly. We are searching for the sales. Now we need to verify whether this column. If you imagine that if you are using the VLOOKUP and here are multiple columns are there, multiple rows are there. So almost there will be hundreds of rows. For one VLOOKUP, you need to drag and drop for one column is easy. But for changing the columns, VLOOKUP becomes difficult some part. So now we will just change that 6th August 2021. Here is 6th August 2021. again 60 units are sold, that is correct. And 539.4, here I have formatted it as, if I increase the decimal places it will show correctly that 539.4, and here it is correctly calculating. Okay, so I hope that now you are clear about the index and match. So now while I was doing this, you have seen that many times I was forgetting how to write the range, how to give the referencing. I was forgetting to put the dollar. I know it, but while practicing, it really becomes difficult to put for everyone, not for me or anyone. Because while writing the formula, we are focusing on our logic, and we forgot that we need to put it there. So, how to solve this problem? How to get rid of remembering this cell reference and column reference and all these kinds of stuff? That can be done with the very excellent feature of Excel called the named ranges, or the named range and tables. So we will look that in very so here I want to search. Now I will again use the VLOOKUP because VLOOKUP is very concise and we all know that. I want to search this value in data, this data. I want to again search for fifth column and I want to match exactly. I'm just typing it again for you. Now here, this range, I'm going to use again and again and again. So instead of writing again and again this, why cannot have some name? Like I said that I want to look up for master data. And now it will not change. It is fixed one. It has proper name. I can remember it. I can get data out of it. So why can I do that? Yes, we can do it, and it's called as the named ranges. So we will go in our data sheet. There are multiple ways. The simple way is you can select the whole sheet, and here if you are able to see, there is something called name box. It is coming up here. A3. Are you able to see?
Yes.
So A3 is here. This is a name. Okay. So that's what there you can select this data and come here and give name. So I will give here as a sales. Simple name sales. Okay. So now I will come back to my question here, and instead of my writing this data inverted column, I will just write sales. Here the sales is coming. You see below, and now I press enter, and now you see it has correctly calculated me the value. Now in case of 6821, I want to search v lookup this value. Where I want to search? I want to search in sales. Which no column? Fifth column. 0, I want exact match. Boom, we are getting. What is the column number for total? It is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. I can go here. I can search for VLOOKUP this value in sales, column number 8 or 7. What we calculated? Okay, so it was 7.
7.
Okay, sorry. So now it is correctly calculating 539.4. Are you getting my point? We can make it very easy and concise if we give it to the name. And when you are going to use it multiple times in multiple different contexts, not in same, here we are going to just drag and drop simply out of this box. We are not again going to use that data, but in real life you might have very complex data structure. At that time, if you give the names to the multiple sheets or columns, I remember when I was working in Yadgir, there were some 8 to 10 clusters. At that time I used to give the name for each sheet of the cluster as that cluster name. So it becomes very easy whenever I'm calculating. I need not remember the sheet name, inverted comma, whether I'm putting dollar or not. I just simply say the sales, and the magic here is that if I drag below, it is not seeing me error. It is not changing these cells anywhere. If I write, just copy paste this formula here, instead of C6 I again correct it to the B6, and if I, instead of 5 I made it 7, and if I drag down below, boom, correctly, no need, nothing else. Okay, so this is about the named range. But now I want to use the index match function. What is my function? Index is equal to index. Where I want to search? I want to search in cells. Yes, you are correct. You want to search in cells. But what you want to search? Now I want to match my this value date in my first column of the sales data. Bravo. How to do that? Now again I need to go. Again I need to type the data inverted comma A3 to A14, and 0 is for exact match. I will just close so that you will get some exact number, and why it is giving error we will look at later. What I want to say just that in match I will just extract this function. Match, what to do with this data, that I want to change this data sheet and I want to use that. So there is another function and it is not available in Google Sheets. You can give in Google Sheet. That's why I have chosen today Microsoft. You can select this whole column, whole data, and you can notice that now I have selected even the titles. Okay, and I can go in insert, and here it is called something called table. Okay, so I'm going here and creating insert table. Where is the data for table? I have already selected and I have clicked that my table has headers. So this data Excel will know that it is the title. If I click OK, so now it has become the table, and here you can see it is table name. I'll just zoom it for you. Table name, and here I can give the table name. Just remember, table name I will give as a sales table. Okay, so now I have given as a name as a sales table. You can go into the data sheet and check. Now I want to write again match function is equal to match this date. Where I want to check? I want to check in sales table, but where I want to change? In, see, you see here it is coming order date, region, rep. I just typed the bracket and it has started coming the all the column name. So I select the order date here, or I can simply type it. I can close it, and I want to match exactly. Now I close. And again it is coming clearly. It is showing me the 6. I can integrate here is equal to index. I want to search in sales data the whole. I can select the sales table also. I can select sales table. No need to define the range and table differently. I can select that whole table. But there might be some error will come. We will check. Now I want to match the value, this value, where I want to match sales table order date. Okay, sorry. Order date. Just close the bracket. I want to just 0. Now I close, and I will say this column only first column I want. Now you see again we need to just mark it as a date, and it is correctly calculating for that. And now you see here this is the formula. It is very easy to read, very easy to remember, very easy to write, very concise way, that I can select the table, I can select, give the name. I need not to remember this first table or not. I want just units. So I can say here instead of order date, I want units. It is coming units. I will type not available. Why it is not available? because it is not able to find the value. Okay, so actually it is searching in units, so I need to search in uh, date only, order date only, that is correct. But the second one I can search in the my call. Okay, so I will not demonstrate it right now because we are running out of time. I hope you are clear about it. Just give me a sign that you are clear about it, so that we can move simply towards the another functions, which are we are reviewing within 15 minutes. Thumbs up. Okay, Sakshi. So okay, so Akshay and Sakshi are very okay with. So now we will move. We'll just shortly cover our very two simple problems, that is conditional formatting. And here I am having the problem that I want to highlight the top three district in each commodity produce. So here I am having the maize, lentil, mango, lychee, potato, that's all. And here are some districts, and I have put their production and how much it has produced. But I want the top three. I just want to highlight now. If I see this whole data, I'm not able to make any sense out of it. But what if I just highlight the top three districts so that I can measure their performance? So here I can do the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is something we change based on the condition. So here I can select the whole column which I want to do the formatting. I have selected this B2 to B3 to B40, this range I have selected. I'm going to the conditional formatting, and I am having highlight cell rules, top bottom cell rules. So here I can come to the top bottom rules. I add the more rules, and here you can select the top three cells. Okay, so I'm selecting here top three. I hope that it is visible. And how I want to format? I want to format it as, I want to give the fill in light orange color, or I will fill it yellow, that's more visible. Okay, so it will look like this. I press OK. So now you see that these are the top three cells are coming. So why it is coming like this? Just check it. First we will convert all to the number format. Cell rules. Somehow this 169. Okay, because now here there is error that because of this comma, this whole text is getting converted as a text and not number. So when I will removing this number, so now it is automatically coming into my top three list. Now that is the error we need to look for. So it will not work if your number is stored as a text. Now you see, now I will just do it again for top three. So now I will go top bottom rules, and I will go to the more rules, top three. I will format it in dark yellow. Okay. So previous rule I have not removed. Top bottom rules, more rules, three. Okay, now you can see that which are the very higher, like about 2 lakh, 2 lakh 5,000, 1 lakh 92. So these three districts are at the top in this whole range. Now for doing to the all, you can just copy this whole cell And coming to the another same size of range, you can right click, paste special, and there you can see here you are having the format that you can just paste. Now you see again here the top three are getting selected, because again here are some problem with numbers. There are not much errors here, so that it has correctly calculated for the lentil, and same you can do in other cells. Is it okay for you? Are you understanding how to do it? Yes. Okay. So now just only I want to mention the only one important use. Many times you will find like this. These are the blanks. I purposefully deleted these three cells. So many times while doing the data entry, it is very handy to identify that which entry has been remained. So we can just have a look at it, and I know that, oh, this is missing somewhere, but I am not able to find it visually. I go here and there with a big sheet. So what I can do, I can just select here. I can go to the conditional formatting, say it's highlight rules, and equal to will come, equal to will say the blank cell. Okay, there it will fill the light red. Come to here, let's say rules, more rules. I'll select here the blanks. Okay, in Google Sheet you can find it as a equal to blanks. So is empty or is not empty. Okay, now I have selected the blank cells with red fill. Now you can see that whichever the empty cell is there, that only getting filled, and so it is conditional formatting. If cells become empty, it will fill the background. If cell has value in it, it will remove that formatting. Okay, so we practically I'm using this conditional formatting in my one of the project, where I need to categorize my number of flats, that if society is having number of flats more than 250, then we are supposing it as a yellow color, orange color. If it is less than 250, it is red color, and if it is more than 500, we are categorizing it as a green color, which is good. And now we can come here and just make our filter, and we can filter here and sort by color only yellow things. We can, sorry, we have sorted it, but you can filter also, filter by color. So only I can filter those values, those, so I will know that in this district these three are rapidly doing. So I will just clear filter. In lentil I will again come and color, filter by color. So in lentil there are Patna, Shonar, Sitamari. So in same case we are doing it flats. So that is also very useful while monitoring some data. You are going to continuously want to monitor top 3 values, top 6 values. In that case it would come very handy to you. So now as we are having very less time, we will just simply go to the next thing, which is the pivot table. And you might remember that last time we have did this exercise, that we are having one data sheet, and now we want to know that how many male female are there, what is their monthly income for Hindus, for Sikhs, Sikh what is there, and for Muslims what is this ratio. And we have used the conditional count tips. So we were counting if Hindus are there, then we were counting if another condition for the male, and that some things we have did, and that was the hard way to do it. Now I want to show you that how we can summarize the our data very efficiently, and how we can get the same answer with very minimal efforts, so that we can select our whole data which we want to summarize. In my case it is very short data, and I can go insert and create the pivot table. As some of many of you have used the data, so we can know that this is the table range, and we are going to create in new worksheet. So here one worksheet has been created, and now I'm coming to my question. I want the religions as my row and the number of male, female in that. So we will solve first this question we will solve. Then we will go to the another. Here we are having already calculated the answers previous time that you can find in your notes. So we will check that whether we are getting the correct answer. Last time our answer was correct or not. If it is matched, then we say that it is correct. So I want first thing to understand, here are four quadrants I'm having. I'm having the row labels, values, column labels, and report filter. So it is called as report also because here you can build the report directly, just printables that you can do using multiple conditions and designing part. So now here I want my religion as my rows. This is what I want, isn't it? So because here I can come in a pivot table, I want this religion. Now I want in my columns male and female. So in my column labels, I will add the gender. So now you can see here male, female, Hindu, Muslim, Sikh. So that is correct, but now I want the values. So what values I want in this cell? I want the count of gender. So I want to count how many females are there. I want to count how many males are there. So I will put gender again into the values. So now because gender has we have already stored as a number, it has correctly calculated. We want the count. Okay. Many times we want the sum. That also we can do. So now here we are getting answer is as 64, 8 and 0 females. For Hindu 64, Muslim 8, 6, 0 female. So we will come to our data, we will calculate. Now Hindu is having 65, there is something missing over there. 6 is 0 correct and Muslim is 8. It is correct. I might have just deleted now somewhere here. I have deleted to showcase that how we can use the conditional formatting, but that we doesn't require now. That's why just I have corrected. Now if I come here and if I just refresh it, Hindu, I have changed this correctly to the Hindu. It was empty. Now if I come here and refresh this set, now you can see it is correctly calculating. 65 females are there, 8. So that means our data is matching, and in this case we are having 67, 5 and 1. So that is here 67, because again I have deleted some there. 67, 1 and 5. So we can calculate here. The simply now we want the monthly income. We cannot add here monthly income, and the logic, when you come to the practice you will understand. If I just simply add the monthly income in my values, so it will give me very large column, because it is now sorting with male, female and count of income. So that I don't want. So I will just remove the count of gender, and I want the count of, I don't want count of monthly income, I want the sum. So I will go to the value field setting and I will change it to the sum. Okay. So now I am getting the sum as per Hindu, Muslim and female. Now here I can get Hindu, Muslim and Sikh sum of the incomes in this same column. I can just copy paste in my report for monthly income. What is their average? Hindu, how much in monthly income? And I want the average monthly income. I don't want only the sum. Last time we have not did it, we left as assignment. So now here I just can see, change simply sum into the value field settings to the average. So now I will just format it and reduce the decimal digits to 1. Okay, I have just made for our somewhere there is blank instead of male female. I have just deleted it for showcase purpose. So now you can see that we can just simply get the income, and although the population of Sikh is very low, we can see that the income is very high. And even here you can see that more than male Muslims The female Muslims are having average monthly income that is extra. So this can be our findings. So it is very easily we can do it with the pivot chart. And this up to this part, I think many of you are known. Just for purpose I have shared. Now interesting problem comes here. I want to categorize low, medium, and high income category. You might remember we did it with if formula. We added here one extra column. Then we counted conditional multiple ifs function we have used. If it is less than uh, someone around 22,000 or somewhere, then you count this. If it isn't this much, you count this. Like that we have did. But and then we counted how many low income are there, medium income are there, and high income are there. So now we can do it very easily in pivot tables. Just I will go to the sheet and I will add monthly income in my row level. I want first as a income, because see, if you don't add here, you will not be able to do it. You can practice it. As the time is very less, I will not going to change. And I want the name of respondent as a values. So now it is giving the count. It is my lowest value 1122, and my highest value it holds as a 59689. So that is my highest value. Now I want to group it, group this. So I will just go here, click right, and I will use the group function here. Are you able to see it? Group functions. I will click on the group. Now it has already calculated my lower. It is 1122 and it is ending at 59689. I want to select how many steps I need to give. So that we can calculate here is equal to 59869 minus 1122, which comes, so this is the range if you know the statistics, and I'm just dividing it by the 3 because I want the 3 columns. So now it is coming in decimals. I don't want that, so I'm going to just increase rather than oh sorry, it is 59,689. I did it wrong, so 689. So it is coming in fraction, so I will change it to the simply 90. Again it is coming to the fraction, 90. Okay, so I will just simply select my upper limit to the 91 because it is having the proper divisor divisible, and I will come to my pivot table here, so that I was already there, and this is value 19523 will be my step. So I will come here, I will group, I will go, instead of 89 I will go to the 91 and 19,523. I click OK. Now you can see that here I'm getting the my low, medium, and high values. I can just simply map here low, medium, and high income, and I got all my values. I have all groups very easily instead of doing this if function, count if function, and etc. There another thing which I want to show you. Okay. So now this is the labels we have given. In report filter, there is another one column called report filter. Now I can filter this whole report by the cast. Cast is not at all in my label here. If I come to the my data sheet, here cast is not at all in my table, but I want only analysis for the general category in all the religions. I don't matter about the religions, and I can just simply select here the gender, caste, and now you see the whole general dynamics only being showed me, because here in Muslims there is no any single person who is having the general category. Filter it in the religion Muslim. All Muslims are in OBC category. That's why it got me filtered only data about the general category In Hindus, male, female, and grand total, what is the outcome? I can select here as a OBC. Now you see, again, in Sikh there is no OBC, that's why it has categorized my whole data. Again, I will take the SC, SC is only in Hindus. So now you see, it is calculating me only for the Hindus. I hope that I have covered the whatever I have mentioned to you. We have covered now index and match, cross-sheet reference, named range and the table. The only part is remaining about the data validation that we can have, or I will just put in separate video. I just missed it. So rather I will complete it in just 2 minutes. Just bear with me. So now we will go back again to our Excel. Now many a times this is my empty sheet and I want to enter the this data. This is the very basic demographic data we are collecting, like name, gender, and mobile number. People, if multiple people are going to enter, suppose there are 10 my accountants are there, or 10 field workers. One might enter male in this format, another might enter in male, another might enter in all caps, another might enter only M, who is very lazy person, only M. And these problems will happen when you are going to do any analysis. These all values might seem very different and you cannot do anything. In same case, in mobile number, people might miss one digit, so that it can give you the only 9-digit number. In that case, it becomes very difficult to search that value. So how to make that each of this my input has some condition and it passes to that condition. So that now I will come to the gender and I will just select B2 cell. I can go to the data tab, and if you see here, there is called a data validation. So what is the data validation? Before you enter into this cell, I am having such a set of rules which you need to follow. If you want to enter anything in the B2 cell, I am going to set the criteria. And here I am saying that in the settings, allow. What I am going to allow, I will just say only a list I am going to allow. What I am going to say? I am going to allow a list. In the source, you can either select or you can type your comma separated values. I have typed the only two, I am only allowing male or female. Okay. And I am going to say I should not keep it as a blank. It will come as a in cell dropout. Then I will come to the input message. Whenever this cell has been selected, you will say the rule select from list only. This message will come. The error alert, what I want, the style is that I want to stop, I want to just give warning, or I want to just give information. I want to stop. So I will not allow, I will give that wrong input. Please don't take me wrong, because I'm not considering the other gender, etc. I'm just for a demonstration purpose showing the two genders. And the error message is that please give input from given list. Okay, I'll just keep okay. So now here, whenever I'm selecting this cell, it is popping up me. I'll just zoom in that you can see. Is here popping that select from the list only. So where is the list? I click here, drop. Here is the list is coming male or female. What if I type something? I type M and I click enter. Now you see the wrong input error is coming. That please give the input from the given list. You might not be able to see my error window because I'm not sharing that with you, but don't worry about it. It is just showing the throwing error. You can try. It is not taken my value. M enter. I cancelled. No error it is taking. Just I go here and select the male. I click enter. Yes, it has taken my value. So that in gender you can select. You can have the others. You can have the LGBTQ. But whatever the strict you are giving the list, that only will get selected. I will just demonstrate for mobile number. Again, I will go to the data validation, and I will say the settings allow only the whole number. I'm allowing the only whole number between. What is the minimum? It should be 10 digit. What is the minimum 10 digit number? It is 1 followed by 9 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So there are 9 numbers. I will just count it again. And maximum value I want to give all 9 10 nines. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. I will click OK. So now it is going to allow me only 10 digit. I'm going, you might not able to see, but it is going the error that the value which I have entered 1 2 3 is not allowed. If I put all 8 9 9 9, it is 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 10 digit number, it is going to accept that number. Any other number which is less than 10 digit or more than 10 digit will not be accepted. Okay, so now in reality we have covered our whole agenda, and now I think we can stop over here. Anyone having any question?
No,
Okay,
thank you.
yes, so I have tried to put everything in the your Google Drive folder, and please try to practice it. If you have any query, we can post in the groups. Okay, so thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night.